في أقصى الشمال الأوروبي تقع النرويج، بلد الأنهار والبحيرات والشلالات التي تمنحها طبيعة فريدة. البلد المصنف أكثر سلمية في مؤشر السلام العالمي، وثالث أغنى بلد في العالم، الذي أتاح لمواطنيه ثاني أكبر احتياطي للفرد الواحد، وجعلهم يتمتعون بأفضل أنظمة الصحة والتعليم والرعاية الاجتماعية والأداء البيئي. إنه البلد الذي يحتل مرتبة عليا في مجال التنمية البشرية، ويستثمر ثرواته الطبيعية وموارده الغنية للمضي قدما في برامج التطوير والتحديث التي تجعله باستمرار في المراتب المتقدمة بين دول العالم.
I'm Thomas Ball. I'm 51 years old. I'm here with my wife Camilla, and this is our first posting without our children. We have two children, Oda, who is 23, and Magnus, who is 20. And this is also my first posting as an ambassador. I'm very excited to be here. I knew quite a lot about Saudi Arabia through my work in the ministry. I used to be head of humanitarian affairs and have traveled a bit in the region, but never to Saudi Arabia before. I learned also about Saudi Arabia through my studies and through my interest in the Middle East and the Gulf in general. And we were lucky to meet your ambassador in Oslo, in Amal Al-Mualimi and her husband Abdullah. Before we arrived here, they invited us out for a dinner, and we have kept in touch ever since. And they have been ever so friendly, and we have learned a lot about this country also from them. I'm lucky to have a fantastic team at the embassy, 10 local employees who are very professional, very dedicated, and have a long experience in the country. Which is invaluable for me and for Camilla, and also two other diplomats. It's a small embassy. We cover 4 countries, first and foremost obviously Saudi Arabia, but also Yemen, Oman and Bahrain. There are so many things to do in and around Riyadh. To start off with, we've been around to various places, restaurants, we've been to a number of museums, the National Museum, the Palace, we've been to Daraya, we've been up early in the morning to go to the lake park, we've been to a few galleries. It has kept us busy really. And we also enjoy the DQ and the neighborhood here. It's nice for walking, a number of places, and places keep popping up as well. So it's developing, it's a vibrant place, and it is exciting to be in a country which is changing so much, but which is also still deeply rooted, I feel, in your traditions. So it's a mix of both. The first place we visited was Itra, the cultural house, which was in fact built by a Norwegian architect. So we were proud of that building and what's in it. A wonderful exhibition of the history of Islam, nice restaurant, fantastic library, and a number of events going on through the year. I've also been visiting Hufuf. I've been to Jeddah a couple of times, of course, an exciting city. There are so many things to mention. I was in the opera a couple of weeks ago, outdoor at the boulevard. which was a very nice experience. And then we have had our own cultural events as well at the embassy here. We had a Nordic Film Festival. We have had a film night here at the embassy. We have had concerts with the Norwegian, Danish musicians traveling around in the country. So it's a good place to be, in short. I think the issue of gender and women empowerment is an important one for us to cooperate on. There has been big changes in Saudi over the past years, past couple of years, very positive ones, we believe. Women empowerment has been so key for the Norwegian culture, but also for our economy. It's really, really important to increase the participation of women, also the influence of women in the workforce, in the work life, in the public and private sector alike. It's beneficial, and we take a great interest in this in Norway to follow the development in Saudi Arabia on this. And the fact that you have actually over-exceeded the ambitious target in Vision 2030 on this particular issue is a great achievement. First and foremost, that Amal is doing a great job as an ambassador. I think the fact that she is a woman, it opens doors for her. It's an important statement that Saudi Arabia are posting women abroad, and Amal is a very good ambassador for your country in Norway.
العلاقات الرسمية بين المملكة والنرويج بدأت منذ أكثر من 80 عام، حينما تم تعيين سفير غير مقيم، وهو السفير النرويجي في جمهورية مصر العربية في عام 1961. واستمر ذلك إلى أن افتتحت السفارة النرويجية في جدة عام 1976. السفارة السعودية في مملكة السويد كانت تتابع العلاقات السعودية النرويجية حتى افتتاح سفارة المملكة في النرويج عام 2010 ميلادي.
I think it made a great impact that you opened an embassy in Oslo about a decade ago. After His Majesty King Salman was there visiting at the time he was a governor of Riyadh. We are two kingdoms, and we do have many things in common. I think before and ever since we have had quite a lot of things going on within trade and business, especially oil and gas.
هناك مذكرة تفاهم وقعت مؤخرا في المجال التعاون السياسي. العلاقة بين المملكة والنرويج تشمل الجوانب السياسية لما للنرويج من دور في المجتمع الدولي، ودائما النرويج في المجال السياسي مقبولة من كل الدول، وبالتالي هناك تنسيق بين المملكة والنرويج في كثير من الأمور السياسية، وأيضا الأمور الاقتصادية، بحكم أن النرويج منتج نفط ومصدر للنفط والغاز، فبالتالي دائما قريبة من المملكة في التنسيق لمساعدة أو دعم جهود المملكة في استمرار امدادات النفط وأيضا استقرار الأسعار بشكل عام. فالجوانب العلاقات تشمل السياسية والاقتصادية والثقافية أيضا. المجال الاقتصادي مجال كبير بحكم أن النرويج منتج للنفط. النرويج اقتصاديا متقدمة في مجال التجارة ومجال الصناعة. من المؤشرات الإيجابية في مجال التعاون بين المملكة والنرويج أن حجم التبادل التجاري في عام 2010 كان 800 مليون ريال. في عام 2019 وفقا لآخر التقارير الإحصائية قفز إلى أكثر من 5 مليار ريال، وهذا تقدم كبير في مجال التبادل التجاري بين المملكة. وتحسن ترتيب النرويج في الشركاء التجاريين من ترتيب 80 إلى 39 مؤخرا. فهناك تعاون. الحقيقة إحنا في مجلس الشورى وبعلاقاتنا مع البرلمانيين نحاول أن نكون داعم للتفاهمات السياسية، وأيضا كما تعلم البرلمانيين لديهم مساحة أكبر في التفاهمات وفي شرح وجهات النظر أكثر من السياسيين في بعض الأمور.
Around 40 companies in Saudi Arabia working on seafood and fisheries alone. And these are people who are, traveling back and forth, strengthening the ties between our countries. We do have a lot of things also going on in the maritime sectors. We are two countries with a very, very long coastline. You have two coastlines, in fact. We have one very long one. Maritime issues are really important for Norway. It's one of the biggest maritime countries in shipping countries in the world. We do have a close dialogue on that, but also on the preservation of nature and the blue ocean.
طبعا النرويج متقدمة في مجال الثقافي والتعليمي والسياحي، وهناك تواصل وتعاون مع مركز الملك عبد العزيز الثقافي العالمي إثراء، ويوجد منصة للنرويجيين في المركز، وهذه من مجالات التعاون الثقافي بين المملكة والنرويج. أيضا في مجال التعليم هناك مبتعثين كثر سعوديين يدرسون في النرويج. طبعا الإشكالية قد يكون الإشكالية في أن العدد محدود. مشكلة اللغة في بعض الأحيان تكون عائق في زيادة عدد الطلاب، لكن أيضا في طلاب في كاوست من النرويج. كما تعلم هذا المركز مركز عالمي، وبالتالي النرويج أيضا لها حضور في هذا المجال.
I visited the KAUST University a while back together with a number of other ambassadors. One of the things I saw there was, I met actually a few Norwegians also working at that university. And they are doing quite a lot of innovation, on the issue of coral reefs, on protection of the oceans. So that is one area where we can explore further cooperation. We have a number of companies involved in aquaculture as well in Saudi, and vice versa, Saudi companies being interested in this industry in Norway. I think one important dimension of our cultural cooperation, if you will, or relations in general, is the fact that we have 200,000 Muslims in Norway. Approximately 4% of the population are Muslims. 1,000 people are coming here every year to perform the Hajj. We have 200 mosques in Norway, and so Saudi Arabia to them obviously is a key destination and a reference point. And I think this is important also for me to keep in touch with that community. We have, I think, between 20 and 30 students in Medina at the university, I want to go there as soon as I have the opportunity to meet with them. I think the fact that we are, as Norway, a diverse community when it comes to society, when it comes to religion, it also gives us, an advantage in understanding other countries and other cultures. And I think this field, the field of cultural cooperation, is one that I want to give priority to. I think we can do more, and within film, within literature, within music. So I have a small ambition in that field together with my colleagues. Norway at the moment is an elected member of the Security Council. Saudi Arabia obviously is a big actor in the region and beyond, a very, very important country for us to have a dialogue with. On the issues that are going in this region. You have the situation in Syria, the situation in Yemen, the Palestinian issue, the relations to Iran. All of those issues, is very, very important for us to have a good dialogue with Saudi Arabia about, which we have. And we signed an MOU on political consultations with Saudi Arabia last year, following a very, very successful visit of our foreign minister here just before the pandemic. It was her last visit before the pandemic and everything closed down. A very successful one. And we do, on every occasion, on international conferences and also through bilateral visits, have a close political dialogue with Saudi Arabia, which is important to us.
طبعا هناك تنسيق سياسي كبير بين المملكة والنرويج في الأمم المتحدة وفي المجتمع الدولي. أكثر تكثيف الاتصالات أيضا في الجانب الاقتصادي تحديدا. هناك تعاون بين شركة أرامكو وستيت أويل اللي هي الشركة النرويجية. النرويج أيضا لديها صناعات متخصصة في قطاع النفط والغاز. أيضا النرويج لها باع طويل في مجال النقل البحري صناعيا وتشغيليا، وبالتالي أيضا أسطول النقل البحري في القطاع الخاص النرويجي مساهم بشكل كبير في نقل منتجات المملكة، خصوصا من البتروكيماويات والنفط ومشتقات النفط. فبالتالي هناك تعاون كبير على هذا المستوى، وهناك تواصل مستمر مع عدة جهات. هناك شركات كبيرة نرويجية موجودة في المملكة لها الحقيقة حضور منذ فترة في مجال الغاز، البترول والغاز، وأيضا في بعض الصناعات.
I feel that we have mutual benefits from the cooperation within energy. We're in the same boat, so to speak. Saudi Arabia has committed to become carbon neutral. A few decades away, we need to make our energy production cleaner, and we are in a hurry in that respect to do the green transition. And we are stronger together on that. So we have very, very important technologies related to carbon capture, carbon storage. And we do have experience and expertise in this field. And we have a lot to contribute to, I think, in Saudi and vice versa.
النرويج طبعا مهمة جدا، والحقيقة حنا بتوجيه ودعم من معالي رئيس مجلس الشورى. النرويج من الدول التي نوليها اهتمام في تطوير الثقافة كما قلت. لدينا مصالح مشتركة خصوصا في الجانب الاقتصادي والجانب السياسي، وبالتالي والنرويج يعني لها مكانة في هذين القطاعين، وبالتالي تعزيز العلاقات ضرورة. ومجلس الشورى يحاول التواصل عن طريق من خلال البرلمانيين لتعزيز التعاون وتقوية أواصر التعاون بين المملكة ودولة النرويج.
I read quite a lot about Vision 2030 before I came. It's the basis for the changes that are going on still. I think your economy will become more sustainable, more diverse through the implementation of Vision 2030. As I mentioned, I think we have a lot to talk about, to cooperate on when it comes to the diversification of our economies, given that we are both within oil and gas and we have to transform. It's a thorough program for Saudi Arabia for the decade to come, and one that is very interesting for us to follow, and which also has a great impact in this region, I believe. First of all, I want to invite all Saudis to Norway to see the beautiful nature that we have, the fjords, the mountains, and also the cities. You know, the cultural scene is growing in Norway. It's a place to come to, and you will be very welcome there. And vice versa, the other way around. I think more Norwegians should explore Saudi Arabia. It's an exciting place to visit. Beautiful nature as well. The desert, the beaches, the cities, and everything here really. The culture, the Saudi culture.